Good evening. Hello. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. See, that's where the camera usually is. So now you're regular size, and you can't see the keyboard down here.
I know.
Did you want to take a seat?
No.
Not yet? Okay.
I'm not going to be on. I'm only here to show my tattoos.
Oh, okay. Well, come on in. We've got Roman here. Good evening. My name is Bill, and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound. This is Roman, my grandson, one of the greatest guys around. And he's got some temporary tattoos he wants to show you. Some avatar tattoos. Get close. Get close. Come on. Put them right up to the camera. The camera's right there. Whoa, not that close. They're starting to dry up now. So they're starting to peel away a little bit. Now, let's see. That one you can see. That one's good.
No, they're just different.
Okay. And you got this one right here. And is there another one here? Another avatar here?
No, those avatar symbols are from the same tattoo.
Oh, okay. I wonder why those look so good and those are drying up like that. I don't know.
I have to get a new one.
But thanks for showing those to us.
Alright, Spider's going to be on the live stream.
Okay.
By the way, we're also matching.
That's right. You're wearing the same clothes that Spider-Man wears. So, who knows? Spider-Man will be showing up very soon. So, how are you all doing, folks? First things first, I seem to have contracted a cold in the last 24 hours. So, I want to apologize ahead of time if I sneeze or cough a bit more than usual. And I haven't taken my flannel off yet. Show my big fat old man belly. All right. So what's gone on this week? Lots of stuff. Haven't gotten the chance to listen to too many of the Record Store Day titles that I picked up last week, but I will be reviewing a couple of them on tonight's show. And we've got some in memoriam tributes. Spider-Man, you made it. How you doing? Are you good?
I'm fine.
All right.
I got the same tattoos as Roman.
Oh, okay.
They look the same spot.
That's right. Wow. Did you and Roman get them together? You went to the tattoo parlor and got them taken care of?
Romans are fake. I got real ones.
Okay. That's fine. And Kevin says that he is a tattoo.
You are not a tattoo, Kevin.
Well, if he flies to Cleveland, once he lands, he'll have to deplane. Deplane. All right. Enough bad jokes here. Excuse me. I haven't even taken a sip of this stuff. What am I doing? Whew. All right. So, news of people passing away. It's horrible. I used to have this 45. And I loved this 45, and the 45 was a Dayglow green. It was the song The Day the World Turned Dayglow by X-Ray Specs, and the lead singer of that band was Polly Styrene. I forget what her real name was, but she passed away just a couple days ago. As you know, TV host Jerry Springer, he passed away. Back in the middle of the month, I'm amazed I didn't talk about this. Let me grab a couple of his records. Let's see. Where is... Oh, I must not have put it back yet. But I'll just grab a couple of these other ones. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, that's an old one. No, that's really old. And... I must not have put it back yet. I was listening to it because I was paying tribute. Well, anyway. Excuse me, Spider-Man. Excuse me. I need my chair back. I'm sorry.
to haunt it.
I know that you're a world famous superhero and everything, but gotta have my own chair.
I want to haunt it.
All right. Wait a second. Let me see if I can get that record over here. Let's see.
For some reason, my left eye is crooked.
Your left eye is crooked.
The part of the mask.
Uh-huh. Here it is. Yeah, this is the one I played right away when I found out that the great Ahmad Jamal had passed away. Extensions. This is one of my favorite albums by him.
You really need to get a chair with cushions on this thing, because it's cold.
Okay, well,
And I got no socks on.
I'm sorry. I'll try to improve that in the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
Send money for chairs. Anyway, Ahmad Jamal, unbelievable keyboard player. Well, piano player. That's what he played. Usually in a trio format. I know a lot of guys like the Macanudo album, which is kind of like a big band thing. And then the other album that he's really well known for, I've got an original of this, but I was really happy to get to this Acoustic Sounds reproduction of But Not For Me, which has Poinciana on it. Oh, I love this album. And yep, I totally agree. Because a lot of times on Ahmad Jamal albums, you'll find a lot of shorter cuts, which nothing wrong with that. He finds a way to put lots of great stuff into those shorter cuts. But on extensions, it's like 4 cuts, I think, or 5 cuts, and really long extended jams. Oh, I just love that album, and very sad that he has left us. I believe at the age of 94.
Yeah, you totally like it.
Yeah, I do.
Totally means like you just don't like it.
I do like him. I enjoyed his piano playing.
Well, that's not how that goes in my mind.
Well, okay, well.
How total goes in my mind.
All right, you got that nuclear spider mind going on there.
Yes,
okay.
It's very green.
Found out that April Stevens passed away. One half of the duo of Nino Tempo and April Stevens, they had a hit back in the 60s called Stuck on You. And another one that they've been showing on all the news programs, you know who he is. They be playing his records all day. Oh, get back on your chair. Hey, and you're rubbing the microphone too. You're causing all sorts of mayhem in the studio.
Are you calling me a menace?
I don't know. My mind's not made up. But Harry Belafonte, a true artist, a true civil rights pioneer, all day long. But I'm not nuts about Harry Belafonte, but this is not a bad album. A classic, Belafonte at Carnegie Hall.
My bones are very strong.
Your bones are very strong?
They're not even moving.
Well, I've seen videos of you jumping from the top of a building and just landing on the ground. Your bones must be strong to do that. Okay. And of interest to Zappa fans world around, about 10 days ago, there was a post on Facebook from Arthur Barrow, former bass player and keyboard player for Frank Zappa, that drummer Ralph Humphrey had passed away. And Ralph Humphrey posted right back on Facebook, "Please don't spread bad news about me, because I'm in hospice, but I am not dead."
What?
Yeah, people were saying he was dead, but he was not. However, the news does not get better. Ralph passed away just a few days ago. For those that aren't that well versed, he was the drummer on the Overnight Sensation album. And he was also one of the 2 drummers on the brilliant Roxy and Elsewhere album. Just yet another stroke of Zappa's genius, pairing Chester Thompson and Ralph Humphrey together on drums. And Ralph did play some percussion. If you watch Roxy the movie, when they do Cheapness, there's a part where only Chester is playing the drums, and he runs over to where Ruth Underwood is, and they're playing harmony parts on the vibraphone. It's amazing. And another real genius thing that Zappa did was there's parts where Ruth is playing some very complicated notes, or some very complicated runs, written runs on the marimba or the vibraphone, and it sounds almost like a wacky xylophone playing, because you've got Ralph Humphrey doubling on cowbells at the same time that Ruth was. If you want to find out more about not just Ralph Humphrey, but a lot of Zappa's drummers, there is a really cool video on YouTube. It's called The Drummers of Frank Zappa. It was put out, I think, by Drum World magazine. Let's see. It was put out by, Lost in This Whirlpool, but it was originally on the Drum Channel. Anyway, it's got, at the very beginning, you've got a improvisation drum solo all at the same time. You got Chad Wackerman, you got Chester Thompson, Terry Bozzio, and the late Ralph Humphrey. And then there is a interview segment, a long, detailed interview segment with Ralph, Chester, Terry, Chad, and Ruth Underwood. It's real good. If you're a percussionist, if you're a Zappa fan, you will eat that video up. And let's see.
He doesn't mean actually eat it.
Oh, well, no, right. But you will enjoy it. And
my back's starting to cramp from doing this.
Okay. Well, do you want me to? Do you want me to lower myself so I'm at the same head level as you? Make it a little bit better looking on camera. Have a seat, a regular seat. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable. Is that? There you go. Okay, yeah. Make yourself comfortable. Okay, so I'm all the way up here and you're all the way down here. So I'm going to drop down a bit and move that camera. Is that better?
Nothing else.
Do you like it better?
No.
No? What? Would you rather I just be out of the picture altogether?
No.
Is this your show, Spider-Man?
No.
Okay.
Stay how you are.
Okay.
How you are. Oh, my back hurts.
I'm sorry. I'll hire a masseuse to rub your back, or maybe Aunt May will rub your back later for you. Anyway, showing too much skin there, buddy. All right.
She's in the hospital.
She's in a hospital? Poor Aunt May.
She's very sick.
Week 2 of the thumb splint. My thumb is getting better, but I'm doing exercises, getting better. My trigger thumb has not been snapping, but it's getting better. I got to wear this thing for like 6 weeks, and hopefully my doc will sign off on it. And, I almost didn't get on the air tonight. About an hour before the show, I was getting all set up to start the live stream, and I changed my credit card, and Livestream would not accept it, and my bank would not accept it. So I had to call my bank, get everything worked out so I could pay my bill for StreamYard service, which is who hosts the live stream here, going over to YouTube. And
what?
Just so I could live stream to you wonderful folks out there. So there. The bank wants to make sure that they don't authorize any bad transactions.
No, not that.
What?
They're calling in the real bank. You're not calling the person in the bank. You're calling the actual bank.
Well, when I say I'm calling the bank, it means that I'm calling their customer service line, and I talk to a person. So they help me out. Okay? Does that work? Does that meet your approval?
I don't. I still don't understand why you said bank.
Well, you'll figure it out. Okay, so some reviews of some stuff here. Let's see. What's going on here? Chief Dancing Ostrich, good evening to you. You are saying, sorry for being late. I was watching Space 1999 Season 2. Tony makes me miss Paul and Victor. Okay. Well, you basically... you're not that late. You're not missing that much. Besides, you can always catch the replay of this show because I leave them up as long as I get no copyright strikes. And the only music that I play is the music that I've composed myself or that we improvise here at the beginning and the end of the show. Once again, excuse me for the frequent coughing. I got a cold. And I'm heavily medicated right now with legal substances. So, the Black Keys, live at the Beachland Ballroom, March 31st, 2002. Released on Record Store Day. And it is on lovely Tangerine vinyl. Check that out. Showed you that last week, but in between then and now, I have had a chance to listen to it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't say... You saw it last... I don't know whether you saw it last week or whether Roman saw it last week, but check this out. Nice tangerine orange vinyl. Translucent, baby. Eight songs, and it's very raw. So it sounds like either an audience recording or a soundboard recording. Having played at the Beachland Ballroom, at the Beachland Tavern myself, and attended several shows there over the years, including a show by these guys in August of 2002. You can hear a lot of things. You can hear people talking in the audience. But the playing, good local blues, really nice. Enjoyed it. Another album that I got a chance to listen to. This is the weird one. Kevin, I know you'll be interested in this. I don't know if you've picked this up yet or not. But The Gong Live in Lion, the 3-record set, which has the red, blue, and green vinyl on it.
I just pretended to sleep.
I know. Okay, I listened to this all the way through, 3-record set. And the reason I haven't listened to many of these is it's been a very, very busy week for me. But that's beyond that. I want to talk about music. Anyway, okay. This album, it's not an audiophile's dream. This is a live recording from 1972. This is before Steve Hillage was in the band. The guitar player is Christian Tritch. And apparently this recording was licensed from Tim Blake, the synthesizer player, a.k.a. High Tea Moonweed, given the name by David Allen, Dingo Virgin. And this has a lot of Radio Nome Invisible music on it. But the majority of the album is... Let me try that again. The majority of the album is in monophonic.
I just gotta say one thing.
Nope. It's in monophonic because it's not stereo.
Well, I just gotta say one thing.
What?
Explain yourself.
What? The record?
Explain why did you get this?
Okay, I'll explain that in just a couple minutes.
It is sus. Very, very sus.
Sus? Oh.
That's sus. That album is sus.
Can you spell that for me?
Spell sus?
Yeah.
S-U-S.
Okay.
It's in Among Us.
Ah. Okay. I've never heard that, but if you're talking about this female booty on here, you don't like that?
Yeah, that's very sus.
Okay,
I don't
well,
like it.
sorry that you don't. I'll cover it up. Okay.
Thank you.
This is Miles Davis. Turnaround, Rare Miles from the Complete on the Corner Sessions, and covered up the booty of the woman there. But and on this side she's not showing her butt. So look, see?
Okay, keep it on that side.
Okay. This is fantastic, by the way. Some really good. If you like Electric Miles, this is some of the better stuff, along with the On the Corner album itself. Anyway, back to the Gong album. I'm listening to this thing, and it's like almost completely mono, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of one of the side, boom, full stereo, beautiful. Instruments over here, instruments over there, vocals centered, really nice. And then about
you barely hit my green brain.
And then about 30 seconds later, zoop, back to mono again. So this goes back and forth between mono and stereo a lot. Sounds like it was recorded off of an FM radio where they were having just a little bit of a marginal problems with the signal. And when I looked at Discogs, according to the Discogs entry for this album, this was mastered from cassettes. You can hear the cassette tape hiss. However, I'm not going to contend this album. I'm really glad I got this. Some great performances, real trippy stuff. Very happy about this. And the records themselves, as you saw last week, if you watched this live stream, the records are beautiful. Splatter blue, splatter red, splatter green. Really nice stuff. Also, I didn't show this. I didn't show this last week. We have a question. Yes.
How long have you been making videos?
How long have I been making videos? I've been making videos since 2006.
Since Roman was born?
Since before Roman was born. Let's see. When Roman was born, I had already been making videos for 9 years. Yeah. Been making videos for. I'll show you. I'll show you one of those videos. My very first video was a review of the disc washer record cleaning system, and all the hair on my head was black, no gray whatsoever. I was a much younger individual, but anyway, this Ramones "Pleasant Dreams" that I picked up. I did not open it up on camera, but I was cracking it open to clean the vinyl before I put it in my collection, and I didn't notice, but it is on yellow vinyl. Yellow translucent, kinda. Yep. We can see through it. No, you can't. Oh, no, this is solid yellow. It's not translucent, but that's a pretty yellow. And there's the Ramones themselves right there. Shame that they're all gone. It's crazy. They lived fast, died young. So that's what's going on with them. Let's see, what else?
How old were they?
That's a good question. How old were the Ramones when they passed away? Well, let's find out. I'm going to go to Wikipedia and find out.
You should know these things because you are a master at songs.
Well, I know a lot about a lot of bands, but I don't know as much about the Ramones as some people do. So let's check them out. Okay. We're going to concentrate on the original Ramones, the original 4.
Imagine if there were just one. That would be funny.
Well, actually, the guys in the Ramones, they all had the same last name, but they were not related. They made that up. Okay, so let's start with Joey Ramone. Joey Ramone was the vocalist for the Ramones, and he died in 2001 at the age of 49. But his
So you were still alive.
oh yeah, I actually saw these guys in concert one time.
So Michaela, was she alive?
Huh?
Was Michaela alive?
In 2001, yeah, she was alive.
Or was she a kid or an adult?
She was a kid. She was just in elementary school. Anyway, Joey Ramone's real name was Jeffrey Ross Hyman. And then Johnny Ramone, the guitar player, his real name was John William Cummings. He passed away in 2004 at the age of 55. Then there was Dee Dee Ramone, bass player, whose real name was Douglas Glenn Colvin. He died in 2002 at the age of 50. Man, these guys died young. And
except the one who was 55.
No, well, yeah. And let's see. And then there's Tommy Ramone, whose real name was Thomas Erdelyi. And
How did they even die?
And he passed away at the age of 62. Now that's a little bit. 62 is 1 year older, 1 year younger than me. But the thing is, Tommy Ramone, he left the band and he became a record producer. As a matter of fact, even when he was replaced with other people in the Ramones, he produced their records. So he cleaned up his life. He lived a good, clean life, and he lived until the age of 62.
I was asking a different question.
What was the question?
How did they die?
How did they die? Well, let's go back.
That very weird question.
Yep.
But still, it's observation.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, boy. Well, John... that was Tommy Ramone. Let's go to... Wait, here.
Oh, how did all of it?
I'm trying to. I'm going there. I'm going there.
Whoa.
All right, Joey. Let's see. He had a disease called lymphoma.
What is that?
I don't know, but it's a very debilitating disease, and it was very sad when he passed away. Johnny Ramone, the guitar player, let's see, where's his death? Ooh, he had cancer. He had prostate cancer. And Dee Dee Ramone, I'm going to guess that his death was not as what can we say, natural.
Probably
Let's
just
see.
like a normal, crime.
Well, he was found dead at his home in Hollywood, and he died of a heroin overdose. So he took drugs. He took illegal drugs and took too many of them, and he died. So that was very sad.
Also, he is probably in jail. Up there.
Oh, whatever. And
'Cause he took.
and Tommy Ramone, he passed away from bile duct cancer, which
What is that?
I think it's a kind of liver cancer because, or wait, no, gallbladder cancer because your gallbladder produces bile. But I guess that he was treated for the cancer and then he passed away. Very sad story about the Ramones, but we still all love the Ramones. Yeah.
Except one of them.
And Kevin says, "Yes, this is depressing." Yeah, so
I don't like one of them.
You don't like the one who died from the drugs? Mm. Well, he was a wild guy. He was pretty wild. So, but what other things are going on with this? Yeah,
How much more? How much longer until the live stream is over? Because I gotta get to work.
you got to get to work. Okay, well, less than half an hour. The show is about half done. I'd roll commercials, but we don't have any sponsors. Anyway, um,
Well, there will be commercials on this show. Cause like, does it randomly spawn?
oh yeah, when if you watch the replay, there will be ads.
Except on this one.
Well, no, if you're watching it live, there's no ads. Yay! No ads if you watch it live, and you also get fresh information. Um, also, got a little bit more information about the next Zappa release, which is coming at the end of June, called Funky Nothingness. Um, and the album was recorded in between these two albums here. Excuse me.
My arms are hurt.
In between Hot Rats and Chunga's Revenge. Ah! Uh-oh. I heard some synthesizer there. Hands off the synthesizer, young man. Anyway, so the band that is going to be on Funky Nothingness did perform live for a little while, known as the Hot Rats Orchestra. And it had, let's see, what are you doing? Anyway, Ainsley Dunbar on drum, Max Bennett on bass, Ian Underwood on keyboards and saxophone, Sugarcane Harris on vocals and violin, and of course Frank Zappa on guitar and vocals. And the album has newly composed stuff as well as improvisations on it, and the sessions that are on the first CD of the 3 CD set, as well as the 2 LP version of Funky Nothingness, is almost completely an album that Frank was assembling for a possible release. But it seems as though when he met Flo and Eddie, Mark Volman and Howard Kalin, his music took a different turn, and that project was shelved. So, what was there of the unfinished album was completed by Amit Zappa and Joe Travers, the Vaultmeister, and all the other session work, which fills out disc 2 and 3 of Funky Nothingness, was mixed. Any stuff that was not already mixed by Frank and was left unmixed down the 2 channel was mixed by Craig Parker Adams. So we've got a good 2 months until that shows up. So order now to get it. And so Kevin say he's got the new Stephen Stills and the Ralph Towner coming in soon. Very nice.
You spelled something wrong.
I spelled something wrong? What?
You said Kevin says.
Well, well, this is what Kevin says. Inspired every day, it says on his back. Very cool. All right. Any other news stuff that's going on, friends and neighbors? Oh. What? Well, you want to stand up for a while and...
I want a comfy chair.
Okay, I know. Well, I'll see what I can do about getting you a comfortable chair. But excuse me, I did listen to the Taylor Swift album. Uh, Not one of her best. Very, very low key. The vinyl is a nice shade of gray. But nonetheless, very good sound on this. But yeah, most of the better songs are on the first half of the album, and I think there's one or two songs of the last four that I like on side D. So, for what it's worth, that's my Taylor Swift review. And I'm still trying to get into Pet Sounds. I'm going to listen to this again. But I don't know. People just say that album is so wonderful. Kevin says, so is Funky Nothingness more like Hot Rats or the Flo and Eddie stuff? I would say it's a bit more like Hot Rats. Because once he did discover Flo and Eddie, or had them in his band, and I mean, they were kind of like a muse for Frank because he wrote all sorts of stuff for them. They could do pyrotechnics that are fantastic. I've got a bootleg tape of the Hot Rats band from I think December 1969 or January 1970, where they're doing the song Charlena. And the vocals for Charlena are okay. But once Flo and Eddie got in the band, oh my gosh, the vocals for that song, it's like, that's okay. We know how to sing. That's why all these other people, like the Psychedelic Furs and T-Rex, have us sing on their albums, because we are the background singers of note. And they just sing the excrement out of that song, for lack of a better term. So I would say more like Hot Rats. But because he wrote this stuff and did it right after Hot Rats, but some of the music that he composed for this ended up being changed and morphed onto Chunga's Revenge. Except for the song that I will call, for the purposes of being more, what's the words, politically correct? No, that's not politically correct. PG. The song, the last song on the regular album, Twinkle Boobies, ended up being part of the song Little House I Used to Live In. Yes, may I help you?
If you can animate it, can you, like, if you can, like, you know how some YouTubers have, like, these things that, things that aren't in real life, and they're like...
Are you talking about the animated animal heads?
Something like that, and can you, like, blur what you just said after that word?
Well, what I could do is I could take that and I could edit it and change it.
And could you cut this part out?
No, that's staying up there, because now if I said the actual name of the song, you would be offended much more than you would just are.
Tell me what it's called. I promise I'll try not to be offended.
Oh, it's a word that I'm not going to say, because I don't want to get in trouble with Roman's mother. Because if I tell either Roman or Spider-Man naughty words, I'll get in trouble. Understand? Can you appreciate that? We'll talk about it off camera. But anyway, so that song, I had always wondered what that song was, because I had seen the name of that song in other things. But when I finally got to hear the song all the way through, Um, Once that song was around, it never got recorded for actual release, but it was rewritten and reworked, and parts of this tune are in the instrumental tune "Little House I Used to Live In," which is on "Burnt Weenie Sandwich" as well as Fillmore 1971. So, yes. Well, there's much more happiness than you can possibly imagine being a grandpa. It's a wonderful thing, and I love it.
Being
So,
a grandpa?
yeah, I love being a grandpa. It's one of the more rewarding things I've ever done in my life.
Michaela loves to be a mom.
Oh yeah, and if she ever gets to be a grandma, whoa, she will not believe. It's like, well, uh, Michaela's mom, Roman's grandma. She loves both of her kids, Michaela and Sam, but once she went from being just a mom to being a grandma, oh, she was so happy. And
Because Roman is in her life now.
yes, and every people who were when I was younger, people who were grandfathers said, "Yeah, you just wait until you become a grandpa. You're not going to believe how wonderful it is."
She just...
And I say, "Oh yeah, whatever." And then when it happened, I couldn't believe it. So that's that. That's the name of that tune.
And, like, it's like been a long time. It's probably been like a long time since Judy has seen a youngling.
A youngling? You mean a baby?
No, I mean a kid.
Yeah.
It's been a long time for her, right?
Yeah, so.
And she gets to see Roman now.
Yeah.
So that's basically the first kid she's seen in a long time, right?
Well, she's seen other people's kids. It's different when it's somebody in your family, though.
It just brings him less joy.
And honestly, I say this with 100% truthfulness. You can't understand it until it happens to you. So it'll be a long time until you find that out.
Oh, I understand.
And when you grow up and you're older, and it happens to you, you're going to say, Bill was right. How did he get so smart?
Did you fart?
No. I moved something. It was like my chair.
Your wires.
I did not fart.
Wires. That's what you moved.
Yeah, the wires farted. I can't make it happen again, but anyway. All right.
I'm already just,
Yep.
farted.
Let's see. Well, I've run out of things on my list to talk about. What's new with you folks out there? You're running out of tissues over there. Sorry, Carlos.
Just read the chat now, because you've been focused on the chat
Yeah.
for a long time.
Well, it's just been mostly Kevin talking on here, but I had my whole list of stuff to talk about. Let's see what other things. I've cleaned a bunch of my Record Store Day records, but like I said, busy week. What?
That's a lot of stuff.
Holy guacamole.
I just gotta say one thing to Kevin.
What?
Kevin, please stop making so many comments.
He doesn't make too many comments. I think Kevin's fine. I'm cool with Kevin.
It's just getting in my brain.
Okay. So, what other stuff is new? Let's see. Next week is the Kentucky Derby. Excited about that. Got a Got to find out who the horses are, because it's like the fastest 2 minutes in all of sports. I'm not a big sports fan, but I do like watching the Kentucky Derby.
Okay, what do you mean by find out the horses?
Well, the Kentucky Derby is a horse race. It's I think what 12 or 15 horses, and they all start at the same time, and they race. And people bet on which horse will get there first, get to the end of the race.
You mean their owner too?
Oh yeah. Well, there's the horses. There's the people who own the horses. There's the people who train the horses, and then there's the people who ride the horses, who are called jockeys.
Well, those people own the horses, right?
Who?
The people who ride the horses.
No, that's what's kind of weird. Is the people who own the horses is they buy them just so they can race them, and they hire other people to ride the horses, and they hire another person to train the horse. Isn't that wacky?
Okay, those people, that's just not taking care of horses, but that's good exercise for them.
Yeah, they still like the horses. They still love the horses. So there.
Some of them just want the money.
You know, I think so. There are some people that are just in it for the money.
They don't even care about the horses. They probably don't even feed the horses.
They pay somebody to feed the horses. Let's see. Oh.
That's just taking bad care of horses. If I had a horse, I would take good care of it. I would feed it every day.
Yeah. Let's see.
My tattoo's coming off.
Oh no.
Actually, these are fake.
I do see that. Yeah, they are coming off.
They're fake.
But they'll stay there until the next time you take a shower, or they might stay there a little longer. So, all right.
These are very crunchy.
What classic Rolling Stones song mentions the Kentucky Derby? I can probably play it on my guitar. It's a blues song. It's a country song. And
It's an all-star song.
The name of the song is Dead Flowers. I know that one right away.
I feel bad for those dead flowers.
Yes. Oh, well, look. We've got the winner of the 5,000 subscriber contest. Java Joel Radio. He says, thanks for the records, Bill. Listened to them both this morning while I did some spring cleaning. Very much appreciated. You're very, very welcome, Joel. Someday you and I got to hang out, honestly, because, well, I took a look at you found me on Facebook. I found your page on Facebook, and oh my, you're into some cool music. So we got to talk. We got to talk. What was that?
Does it cost people to comment?
No, doesn't cost any money at all.
I tell them that.
Now, I mean, if somebody wants to give money, there's a place on the YouTube page where they can throw money at me. I'm not asking people to, but if anybody ever wanted to, they can do that. But no, this is all free entertainment. So there. All right, we got 9 minutes to go. Any other quick? So anyway, let me go back to Java Joel. He won the colored vinyl copies of Waka Jawaka and also the Grand Wazoo because he made a video about what album he would like to. Waka Jawaka.
Is that the one with the disgusting thing on it?
No, that's not the one with the weasel on it. Waka Jawaka is the one with the bathroom sink on it. That one.
Never seen it.
Okay, that's it.
Rats?
Waka Jawaka, Hot Rats. There's the original. Anyway, so yeah.
Bad joke. very bad joke of that.
Well, I like it. It's one of my favorite Frank Zappa albums. Anyway, so
They really
Joel
need to
had the
do
foresight, and it was just before the cutoff date, to make a video and say that what he would like to see for Record Store Day is a remastered reissue of Daryl Hall and John Oates' Abandoned Luncheonette album, which was, I believe, their last album on Atlantic Records, and it had the hit She's Gone on it. Great record. And yeah, that would be cool if that had an expanded two-record release. I would be tempted to buy it. I know that much. But, and here's the weird thing about it. Things are going to start getting weird right now. Okay? He was the only person to make a video.
Oh,
And this contest was open for about 2 months.
I feel tired.
Oh, you won't be tired in a couple of minutes. I'm almost done. And he was the only one to make a video, so therefore he won. I don't have to put the name on a hat. I'm going to make a video about it, though, because I do want to make a video about the comparisons between the original and the remaster at Hot Rats and Waka Jawaka. But he was smart. He did that. And then things got weirder. I tried to contact him, and I found out that not only does he live in Ohio, and he is a Cleveland area person, he lives within walking distance of me. Mind blown. So, yeah, I dropped off the records to his residence, and he sounds like a really cool guy. Thank you again, Joel, for watching. Thank you, all of you, for watching. And I hope I'm going to find some more interesting things to talk about next week, or just make a lot of noises. Hey, speaking of making noises, you want to do that? You want to jam? Get that chair out of the way. And we're going to start doing stuff here.
I want to put this chair.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put this chair over here. Let me get some...
I need to sit.
You need to sit?
I am very tired.
You're very tired. Then you got... Whoa! You're going to knock stuff down here, buddy.
I feel tired.
All right, well, you sit there.
I should kind of like it slow.
All right. And I will start the beat back up. So, except for those of you on the West Coast, you can stay tuned for your local news. But I want to thank you for watching. I had a great time, and I'm going to continue to have a great time. Hope you did too. Go listen to some music, but right now we're going to jam out for about the next 5 minutes playing some weird noises. Good night, goodbye. Take care, folks. Wow.